Light too bright. Let me get this together 1 second. Go ahead and share the platform. 1 second. Peace to the guys. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I know. I know it's been a minute. We're gonna get it in because there's some things I have to get off my chest. But let me let the people come in as usual. Like I say, go ahead and share the platform. Go ahead and say something in the chat. Show love. Show love. Show love. Let's get it in the right way. Let's get it popping. Can y'all hear me? What's up? What's up? Say something in the chat if you hear me. Show love. Where you from? Where you at? Let's get it in. Let's get it in. This is a message that I want to get off my chest today for our different movements out there. Yeah. You're going to get it in. Salute, salute, salute. And I meant to do something, but I'll do it at another time. I'll do it at another time. As y'all know, I had to take a break from social media altogether because of all the negativity that was going on. I got to clear my mind. Once my mind get into a very dark space, I have to cut loose. You know, there's another side of me that you don't know. So we got Oakland in the house. Where's everybody else at? Where's everybody else at? We got Rochester, New York in the house. Yeah. Hear me loud and clear. Okay. Okay. All right. Where everybody else from? Y'all know what's up. Hit the like button. Change the algorithms. And I'm going to be honest with you. I am not a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just simply a brother that likes to tell the truth, spread a message, and give people an opportunity to showcase their tangibles that they want to bring to the people. That's what I do on this platform. You know, I'm not a YouTuber. Do not compare me to others. I'm OC. Where everybody else from? We got the Queen. We got the Queen up in the building. We got D up in the building. Brass Club, yeah. Let's get the number up. I kind of want to have a conversation, but I definitely want to get some things off my chest. So it's the reason why we have to sometimes stay away from social media, because although there's a lot of trolling, there's also a lot of lies. There's a lot of people that just want to do things for the dollar bill, for that fiat. There's some people that want to cause confusion for whatever reason. You could pretty much be whoever you want to be online, you know, and maybe I have an old school type of mind, train of thoughts where I, I find it very, very difficult to kind of separate the real life from the internet. So, you know, I really had to focus like, okay, it's just the internet. It's just the internet. It's not the same. You know what I mean? So I think we have to separate it. It's not the same. There's a lot of fake things on the internet. Trickology lives on the internet. The truth lives on the internet as well. Therefore, a balance of lies have to be on the internet to can balance. So that's trickology. That's trickology. That's Shrikology. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Like I say, share the platform. This will be a message. The message will start in just a little bit. I need more people who have been alive. Let me chop it up with you. What's been going on? I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, it's a lot of good people online as well. I know a lot of my brothers and sisters is is online. And, and I mean this in a way where I see you as my online family. It's only some of y'all that I actually seen in person. So we're just gonna do it that way. We in Black August. This is Black August. And I have my epiphany thoughts. Epiphanies. I have my what they say, the light over the head type thoughts up in the building. We got Black Lightning. What's up? You know. So I always have my thoughts, in a new beginning when it comes to August. This has always been my month. Some people say, the birthday month, but not only that, it's just a thing of Black August. If y'all know what happens in this month, it's a lot of revolutionary thing that went down in this month. Just look it up. I'm not going to name it. I'm not going to name it. I'm bad with names anyway. But Black August is what it's about. And I have to be honest. Even myself have to stop playing games when it comes to this, on what's going on. We have to be honest. We are enslaved. We are a people that I feel is way too comfortable in this system that we live in. That's for sure. But I'm here to spread a message amongst the Black Power movement, Black militias, even the any movement that say that they are for the people, by the people, and moving in a way where we can get towards our freedom. I want to spread this message. I want to put this in the best way possible so everyone can understand, you know. So yes, this is the alphabet community as well. Excuse me, the alphabet community as well. I'm talking to you as well, you know. And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna make it clear. You cannot actually have a powerful movement. Let me hold on. Let's back it up. You cannot. You cannot have a powerful movement if you are operating under a code that's not yours. So what code are we talking about? I say, oh, yeah, this is a code that is represented by the people that have ancestors that had our ancestors in slavery. So we're talking about the law. The law is a code. Yes, they even call it codes themselves. This law that we somehow respect. Somehow respect. You cannot have Black power and you are respecting this system, this law, and everything about it. And everything about it. So there is no Black power that's actually going on. There is no alphabet uh, freedom or whatever that's actually going on. All we are doing is following the footsteps of what was created for us until we actually have our own system, our own land that we are under. Then that's when we would start representing Black power in the right way. You can't live under two masters. But let me back it up. Let me back it up. Before I went on my break, ladies and gentlemen, before I went on my break off of social media, I was getting a lot of negativity going my way. A lot of negativity. So there's things going on with such and such group. There, and it's being put on different platforms like the Tahaka Bays and other platforms. You know, can you please? Can I please come on your platform? Not saying that anybody asked to be on my platform, but all this negativity when it comes to these different groups should be nobody's business but the actual groups. But the actual groups. I feel, and this is real, that anything that goes behind closed doors should stay behind closed doors. It should not go to a social media platform. It should not go to a social media platform. And I don't care who did what. It should not go to a social media platform for somebody to monetize off of it. And that's not coming to Octhegreat or any other platform. Because at the end of the day, especially if it's anyone over, what is it, 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, for example, then we know that this page is monetized. And anytime you air out what they would call dirty laundry, YouTube makes money off of that. And to have the white entity or any commercial behind our dirty laundry, it just doesn't sit well for the Black Power movement. It doesn't sit well. So this is the first thing. Any dirty anything that's going on with any of these groups, it should only stay behind closed doors and handled in the right way. And my second thing on that is for anybody that's talking bad about these black militia movements or whatever, Black Power movement, I don't think that should go to, matter of fact, I know it shouldn't go to social media. We should operate in a way where it's kind of like a code, an underlying code. And I'm because we should be able to handle things face to face. It's easy to find people. It's easy to address people in other ways. Going on social media is never the right way. It's never the right way. And y'all know what's up. So check this out. Because we already got trolls up in the room that's looking and watching. This is my message to the Black Power organization groups. But let's get it in. Let's go further. Let's go further. Because as a people, listen, in this society that we live as a people, we should know that we are enslaved right now, today. And I don't care what organization you're a part of. You could be a Muslim, a Christian, a Moor, or whatever. You're still enslaved. Your people are still enslaved because you're under a system that's not created by you and your people. I don't care if you had to sign a treaty. I don't care, whatever. It's not controlled. Just the fact that the Moors, for example, or indigenous people, for example, had to sign treaties with someone that actually stole the land. That shouldn't make any sense. First off, you signing agreements with someone that stole something from you. Now, what's there to agree on? You stole the land. Like, what? How can we agree to make things work out? Does that make any sense for you Moorish people out there? For you indigenous people that was a part of, that have families that was a part of these treaties that was signed to let someone who robbed you come to you with an agreement to say, like, hey, let's work something out. Yeah, I stole it, but let's work something out. Nah. So we under a system that's not controlled by us ultimately. And we have these commercial laws that we agree upon as a people, and we should not. And we should not, especially in the Black Power movement. Especially in the Black Power movement. So I ask you, what are we doing? What are we doing? So let's refer to the Black Panthers back in the day, back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. You know, um, if I don't recall, they was operating in self-determination and having their own everything. Really not really using the government for too much. Yeah, they operated by law. Huey P. Newton, people like Huey P. Newton was able to use the law against them. That's a beautiful thing. But what if, just what if, we didn't respect the law at all? What would they have to do if we just didn't follow? If no one followed any of the laws of today, that they could literally go behind closed doors, make a law today about anything. What if none of us followed them? Then what? Would they arrest us all? You know, would they put us all behind closed doors, all behind the jail cell? Would they do it to us all, or would they find another way to? Oh, let's make it agreeable, because they only get away with what we agree to in the first place. They only get away with what we agree to in the first place. So if we agree to it, then all right, let's get away with it. The police find different ways lawfully to hurt you, to hurt me. The police will find something legally. They could come up to you and shoot you dead in the head in broad daylight and find something in the law that's going to protect them. They hide behind the law. So this law, you mean to tell me we should respect? How? Why? Why should we even go and vote for someone that's under the law? You know, so somebody, my brother just mentioned marijuana. Back in the day, there was a lot of people arrested for marijuana. And then, I mean, even before they made it legal, even before they made it legal, they was arrested. As soon as they made it legal, some of these people still in jail. Some of these people still in jail. So my message is we really need to stop playing around. Stop playing around. There's so many trolls. There's so many things on the internet. Like, we really got to operate in a way where it's undeniable. You know, we got to operate in a way where we're not really controlled by this system. There's no way, shape, and form that one of our brothers should be in jail right now. Should be in jail right now. Especially if our brothers and sisters didn't even have a court date yet. So you mean to tell me you can take someone in, you can hold them behind a jail cell? Picture this. All right, picture this. I know a lot of us been in holding cells, right? From the police. Police put you in a holding cell. Without a court date or anything. It could be traffic or whatever. Police put you in a holding jail. All right. And, some people, they got out. I know when I was in the holding jail, they just took me out. Like, hey, we couldn't find anyone over the weekend. We don't want to keep you over the weekend. We got your fingerprints, though. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. So the police got their own jail, right? A holding cell. And what makes them different than anybody else without a badge? What makes them different? Can somebody tell me that? What makes the police that have a holding cell different from anybody else? Because what if someone actually came into our community, let's just say, We just say we just you slap someone, you killing people in our community. We take you, arrest you, and put you in one of our basements, until we figure out exactly what we want to do with you. So what if somebody was to do that? Then what would that look like? It would probably look like, under law, it would probably look like you kidnap somebody. You just kidnap somebody that you disagree with. That's what it'll look like. So what makes the police different? They have their own holding cells, right? I even seen holding cells in malls and holding cells really all over. What makes them even a mall security different than any one of us? You think you or any one of us in the chat right now could take someone and put them in a basement, lock them up? So the only thing that makes it different is that us as a people, we actually agree to this. We actually turn the other cheek. As soon as we see someone get locked up and haven't went to court yet or anything, we say, all right, you got them. Go ahead and kidnap them and take them away. But we scream at Black Power, right? But we agreeing to the law. We agreeing to everything that the law actually say. How? Why? What are we doing? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Why are we agreeing to the law and screaming Black Power at the same time? Why are we actually doing these, throwing different events and getting escorted by the police with these events? Like, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Why do we have to get escorted by the police? Why do the Black Power movement have to get escorted by the police or get a permit, to do something? Let's make it make sense, though. What is Black Power really? Are we just saying that? Someone actually said this before. They say, hey, a lot of this stuff, it looks like cosplay. And I didn't want to believe them. I didn't want to believe them. I swear I didn't want to believe them. And so you really look at it. What are they saying? All right, so cosplay. People dress up superhero stuff or anime, and they, look good, and they just act like something that they're really not. They act like something that they're really not. Do we do the same things? So we got brothers and sisters that got big guns and everything. And let me clarify something. Because the brothers and sisters that's really putting in work, they don't say much. They don't go online that much. They know I'm not talking to them. They know I'm not talking to them. But in general, there's a lot of our brothers and sisters got big guns, got everything. Put on these suits, things like that. These BBUs, this army fatigue, whatever, black uniforms, whatever, look really good. For what? For what? For what? You know what I'm saying? Because to keep it 100, the only time you should put on a uniform is when you're about to put in work. You're about to put in work. You know what I'm saying? So is it cosplay? Is it cosplay? So something to think about. But it's just a message. Because I would like to talk to the people that's actually putting in work and not worry about all the other bullshit that's going on when it comes to gossip, when it comes to all these other things. You're putting in work, and I'm saying work in a way where we can actually see it. I understand for the people that's doing training and things like that, that's needed. The training that's needed. I get it. I get it. We always need training, but when it comes to Black Power, it's a little more than just training. It's a little more than just training, and that's real. That's real. So this is just a message. All the negativity that's going on in the Black Power community, the Black Power community, it needs to come to a stop. And I know I'm not the person to say like, "Hey, stop it," and everybody listen. But I'm here to tell you that what we're doing is not Black Power at all when it comes to our community. Our main focus is taking this land back. It's not asking for anything. I don't think they did that. I don't think they really asked the Aboriginals for this land. Let's just keep it 100. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. Did Christopher Columbus or whoever they came, whatever name, whatever cracking name y'all want to give me, did they actually ask for this land? They say, "Hey, can we have this land?" And throw up picket signs and hey, or just march around with guns and say, "Can I have this land? We need the land. We need the land." Or did they just come in and take it and say, "Yeah, yeah, nigga, this is my land now. This is my land now. Matter of fact, this is my land. Let's make a deal that I can sell it back to you." And then after you get it, I want to create laws around your land so you can't actually do what you really want to do. You nigga, you. So even buying land, it doesn't look like Black Power. I want us to get real. I have to be a realist. I have to be a realist. Y'all gonna see something different out of OC. I can't. We as a people can no longer tiptoe around the tulips when it comes to the things that we really need to say. I'm gonna say the things that a lot of us are scared to say. I'm gonna say the things that is definitely needed, you know, and we should get it in the right way. So if y'all have any questions, put it in the chat. Any things you want to add to the conversation, put it in the chat. But I want to send this my message. And to let me back up a little. No, actually, I want to fast forward to this next topic that I want to talk about. To the ABCDFG community, I don't see any power in you because look, if y'all could sit up there and let Brittany, the basketball player, get locked up in a country and get 9 years, if y'all could allow that to happen to one of your so-called people, that's how I know that y'all are bullshit. You're just another white supremacist organization. Yes, the LBEFG, LBGT plus QB, or whatever. I don't know. You're just another white supremacist movement. I don't care about your sexuality. That has nothing to do with nothing. It's another white supremacy movement. Because we know if it was somebody else, Boosie say, if it was Taylor Swift, y'all would have made some type of deal. But I know y'all really don't have really real pull. Number one, y'all didn't say anything about that sister. Y'all didn't utter a word about that sister. And if y'all did, y'all probably blame things on black men somehow. you know, or black people in general somehow. Yes, the alphabet community ain't shit. It's just another white supremacist organization. A white supremacist organization. you know. So and that's what it is. So they got this sister, this black sister locked up, and they're not going to do anything about it. The government is doing a little to lessen, making it a political move. They had the sister to plead guilty for whatever reason, you know, and that's what it is. That's what it is. And I'm sure they're going to make it a political move. We know how they get down with this trickology that they use, trigger your emotions into doing what at the end of the day. At the end of the day. So we're under this system, what they would call white supremacy. All, no matter what you want to call it, it's not our system. We didn't create it. Although you probably made treaties with the system, you didn't create it. No matter if you're a Moor or whatever type of sovereign, just the fact that you have to file papers in order to be free, it's a problem. It's a problem. You got to put in paperwork just to be free. You're asking to be free. Look. I got the paperwork. I got the UCC one. I got this. I got that. Hey, I'm free. Okay. No, you will never be free in this system. Because at the end of the day, they can say, hey, fuck that paperwork. Fuck that paperwork, nigga. I want to do what I want to do to you. And that's what you can't do nothing about it. And all it takes for you is to agree. And I'm saying you, us as a people, all we have to do is agree. And then, thus said the Lord, thus said the Lord. Because that's exactly how we treat the system. We treat the system like it's God. We have so much respect because we keep asking and asking for our freedom, for forgiveness, and all these other things. We keep praying and praying. Are we really serious about our freedom? And I'm talking to the Black Power movement. Are we really serious about our freedom? I don't think we are. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. We have to move in the right direction. We have to. We definitely have to move in the right direction. All right. I'm going to be generous. The peace of my sister. We ain't free until we take our freedom. That's a fact. That's a fact. Big facts. As they say, factory. That's a factory. Because we gotta take our freedom. How many of us got these cracker last names? How many of us is paying bills? Let me give you this analogy. Because I was just joking with my lady. I wasn't joking, but I was basically saying how this works. This is how the system works. All right. When it comes to slavery, this is how it works. So you mean to tell me someone came to the table and said, okay, look, they're not in chains anymore. They were saying this to black people right after slavery. They're not in chains anymore. How can we still make them slaves? You know what? Here's what we do. What we do is we take their time away. We enslave their time. That's what we do. How do we do that? How do we enslave their time? Okay. Check this out. We're going to build a community where, first off, we're going to own everything. So we're going to make them dependent on us. We're going to make them dependent on us. So we're going to own the gas. We're going to own electric. We're going to own the water. We're going to own the air. We're going to own a lot of different properties, home, businesses, so on and so forth. We're gonna own it all, right? And then we're gonna turn around with these businesses. They may ask, hey, how can they, if we own everything, what can they have? We can have what they give them. Check this out. We can have what we give them. Check this out. We're going to offer them jobs. We're going to pay them. So guess what? The money that we give them is going to have our faces on it. And we're going to put the value behind these dollar bills. Like say, hey, if you give us this, we'll give you a piece of bread. If you give us this, we'll give you electric. If you give us this, these white faces on the dollar bill, we'll give you things, and we're going to take most of their time away. And so they're gonna work 8 to 12 hours in a day, and they're gonna make this money, and all they're gonna do with this money is give it back to us. So at the end of the day, it's almost like they have nothing. It's almost like, because a lot of check this out, we're just gonna give them enough. Let's think of something. What should we call it? We should call it not the maximum wage. We're gonna call it the bare minimum wage, and we're gonna start from the minimum wages that they can get. We're going to start from minimum wage, and then they could work their way on up. Yeah, if they're good, they get to work their way on up. All right. So that means they get to have just a little bit more than everybody else, which is no different from when we had them enslaved. But forget about that. Let's talk about how we're going to take their time. All right. So let's say it takes 8 hours for them to sleep, 8 to 10 hours for them to sleep. And then, what if we even take their children away as well, just like we did in slavery with the chains on? We take their children, we put them in schools because they have to work for us. And then now they go into our institutions, their children go into our institutions. We get to teach them, we get to do this because we own everything. So at the end of the day, they're living check to check. A lot of them, if they really, especially if they have children, we really want to make them, because let's be honest, we're going to do certain things just like what we did in slavery, where we took the mother from the father, so on. There's the same thing that's going to happen. The Willie Lynch thing, it works, and they said it's going to work for thousands of years. Let's keep it going. Just put this money system, take their time, and check this out. So if they're a single parent, then they're going to have to work 2 or 3 jobs. So guess what? We're taking all of their time. And then they even going to have to depend on us more because we're going to have resources for them. Well, let's call it food stamps. So let's call it government funding. Let's do all these things for. Let's make them fully dependent on us because we're taking so much of their time. So we take all their time, which is no different from us giving them housing when they were in chains. It's no difference from giving them housing and giving them food, which is the poorest food that we just give them leftovers. But check this out. If we put the bad food restaurants in their neighborhoods, it's technically the same thing. So they spending all their money living check to check. All their money is going to us. It's no difference from when we had them in chains. Now we get to confuse them and do it mental. Now it's mental slavery. Now it's mental slavery. So we got them. So they could think that they're not in chains. We could still beat them under the law. We could still, if we wanted to still, if we're really into the chain thing, we could say that they did something wrong and lock them up and it'll be the same thing. So in this case, we're able to have a mass slavery on the mental level and the physical level, and it's all under the law of white supremacy. Oh, excuse me, the code of United States is all under this law that we create, and we could literally create a law every day. That's the catch. So we're gonna do this, and we're going to have the people believe in it, and boom, now we have slavery all over again. The end. The end. The end. So with this going on, you call it black power, which you could never have in this system. You could never have in this system. So yes, yes. Peace to the guys. This is just my message for the day. A message to Black Power movement. Let's really kicking in. Let's push the button. Let's do something for real, for real. We got all this training. Let's make something happen. Let's make something happen. This has been my message for the day. Y'all share the platform, cut it up, chop it up. You have permission to put out this message. Because I know I'm gonna put it out. You can put it out too. But always you can support the platform. Just email me to find out different ways to support this platform. My email is in the description. But always peace to the guys, each one of us, no matter what religion that you coming from, you are a God. You are a God. Anyone that can create is a God. Anyone that could make mountains move, we can make mountains move as a people. You're a God. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it in. I'm glad to see y'all people in the chat. Let's get it in as a people. Peace to guys, black militias. It's all love. I hope you're hearing what I'm saying and not just being negative. Not just being negative. Let's get it in the right way. On it. And don't be scared. A lot of us are scared. Let's not be scared. Only fear God, which is yourself. Only fear yourself because you don't know what you're really capable of. Don't be afraid to take this motherfucker over, man. Let's do it. One.